Good day and welcome to the Sport Rap Show. I am your host Jesse Jackson Karaitha, updating you on the latest sports news. We will now go into our latest stories. That's the hit list. And on your stories, Kasauna Football Academy pleads for fund. The Kasauna Football Academy, owned by former Brave Gladiators skipper Mami Kasauna, is pleading with the business community to provide financial assistance towards the academy. Formed in 2017, the Football Academy is home to some of the finest upcoming talent and football aspirants. Kasauna believes that the academy is most likely to prosper when funding to buy equipment and all other needs are secured. And on to our second story of the day. Loser and Pritzen win Tour de Windhoek. The 2022 Pupkewitz Megatech Tour de Windhoek road cycling tour was won yesterday by Viera Looser of the Mannies bike Mecca team and Marc Pritzen of the Honeymoon Pro Cycling. Looser completed the 245 kilometers in 7 hours, 0 minutes and 53 seconds, while Pritzen needed 7 hours, 42 minutes and 59 seconds of an estimated 355 kilometers. Courtney Liebenberg finished second overall, while Melissa Hens was in third. After winning his title in the last weekend's Pupkewitz Mecca Tour de Windhoek, Johannesburg-based rider Marc Pritzen says he will definitely return next year in search of his third title. He also answered the question on whether he is considering making himself available to present Namibia, the country of his birth, in the future. We also spoke to Viera Looser, the first-time women's champion of the Tour de Windhoek, and as well as Namibia Cycling Federation President Alex Tazel, and this is what they had to say.
Don't feel the fall. Hope when the water rises, you build the don't feel the fall. Hope when the water rises, you build the
It's always special. Namibia is where I was born. I was born in Windhoek. So yeah, it's always like coming home for me. The racing here has always been special for me. Racing, having family close by. I really enjoy it here. The atmosphere of the people, seeing the youngsters coming through, really developing here in Namibia, and the cycling is just growing. Each year we're coming back, so it's always a privilege to come back to Namibia to race here.
And looking at it, how competitive was this year's tour?
It was very competitive. As I mentioned before, the youth in Namibia, they're really developing here. They're doing great things for the youth here in Namibia. Cycling is growing in Namibia, and for us to come here and to support the Namibian cycling, I mean, it's an honor, and then the Namibians make it worth coming here. They welcome us with open arms. So yeah, it's just really, really nice being here.
Out of the 5 stages, which of the stages did you enjoy, and which one did you find a bit difficult?
I enjoyed all the stages. If I had to choose, I'd probably choose stage 1. I love Dorobus. I wish that stage 3, those climbs were a bit closer to the end. We couldn't do much because the climbs were so early on in the race. But yeah, to choose a stage, it's difficult, but I have to say probably Dorobus is my favorite stage.
Okay, and do you look forward to coming back next year?
Absolutely, I have to come back. I mean, I've won this race before. This is my second win, and I have to make it now 3.
Okay, thank you very much.
Have you ever considered riding for Namibia?
Yes, it's still an option. I need to weigh up the options a little bit and see, what's going to benefit me most going forward. But it's definitely an option. I need to really go sit down and see, what's benefits where and what. So yeah, we'll see. Maybe in the future I'll ride for Namibia.
2022.
Yeah, it's my first time in a long time being back at Tour de Windhoek. As a little kid, I used to stand on the side of the road cheering for my cousins racing. Now I'm also here in racing. It's my first time actually taking yellow at this tour because I left out the past couple of years. It was good racing, 4 days with 6 stages. It's hard. If you race hard in the morning, you have the afternoon to recover and you have to get back on your bike in the evening, which makes it really tough. But we had a good group going. The ladies are getting really strong. You could see today, I didn't win today, but this is also a team event. We tried to ride for our climber actually to get some sprint points. But yeah, after 4 days of racing, the legs are heavy, so we could all feel that today.
And looking at it, how is this good preparation for you? That is for the upcoming competitions like the Commonwealth and other competition you want to partake in?
Yeah, it's definitely good competition, good training for me. I am used to a little bit harder racing in Europe, I must say, but I'm glad that the girls are picking up the pace here and it's getting better year by year. I'm still in my build-up, where the Commonwealth Games are only in August, so I still have a few months. But I think I'm on a good way, so I'm looking forward to it.
Okay. But currently, do you have a team that you are racing for in Europe, or you are still looking for one?
No, I'm not racing for a team in Europe. I actually have my private sponsors, and I'll focus more on mountain bike racing. But there is a team in Germany that I can race with as a guest rider. Some big UCI races before Commonwealth Games. That will be in June, July, so I'm looking forward to that.
And the Cape August, would you be competing on that?
Yes, I'll be competing there. It's middle of March. It's in 3 weeks. I'm actually leaving to Cape Town the week after next. I'm excited to train in the Cape. I lived there for 5 years. I studied there, so I'm excited to go back. I love the Cape. And I'm excited for the Cape Town cycle tour. Yes, the level will be incredibly high. The South African girls are not sleeping. But I think it will be a good race, and the course probably also suits me quite well.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
The most important is that we get back international competition. And 2 years back at the start of COVID, we were only Namibian-only teams. This year, for the first time, there were 2 South African teams, 13 teams in total for the men's, 5 for the ladies, a record number of entrants. And in a year's time, I'm hoping that we will get some European teams competing in Namibia again. We've got the country, we can show the world we can organize tours like this. So I think we've had a very successful 3 days.
As you mentioned that the South Africans came, they gave competition. How exciting was it, and how would you love to have more South African teams coming and Namibians also traveling to South Africa to compete?
Most definitely. Look, I've been involved with cycling for 30 years, so I was racing as a young boy against South Africans as well. And it elevates the standard of cycling. And if you think the guys that we had here, we had the Cape Town Cycle Tour winner Travis competing here with us. So it was not nobodies from South Africa that came here. They were really hot shots, and the team showed us Namibians how to race. But I don't know if the final results, but I think our first Namibian men's team is second overall. So it's South Africa 1, Namibia 2, South Africa 3. I hope that will be the final result of today's stage.
And looking at it with Travis being Namibian, is the Cycling Federation looking maybe to entice him to come to Namibia and cycle for Namibia?
Yeah, I think Marc Pritzen has a Namibian nationality as well. So if he does want to come over, the doors are wide open. He loves Namibia. He's got his family here. His brother is living in Namibia, so we would welcome him with very open arms, and he would definitely enhance Namibian cycling. He's, I think, the overall winner of the Pupkewitz Tour de Windhoek 2022. So effectively, we've got a Namibian winner as well.
Thank you.
Welcome back. And on to our next story. The MTC Namibia Netball Fast 5 competition produced fierce and fast battles as the Afro-Cat Lions were crowned champions of the competition at the Trustco United Netball Court on Saturday. Afro-Cat Lions Netball Club captain Ivondia Shiposa has sang praises to her teammates for displaying character during the Netball Fast 5 competition. The team from Windhoek had to battle through group stages before eventually beating mighty Gunners 12-11 in the final to win the cup. Here are some of the highlights.
Rules changes with the center passes. The center pass is supposed to be for the team that did not score.
I see. That's why it was given back to the Afro-Cats.
Yes.
That's correct.
Ooh,
well defended.
Beautiful. Okay, it's intercepted.
Yeah.
Afro-Cats.
Well, the atmosphere here is good. Lovely weather here in the capital. We wish both teams all the best. In fact, all the teams that are going to partake. And yeah, you're very correct about GS's her shooting skills, her defense. Lovely.
Oh.
Wow, 11 arrows came strong this second quarter. Hey.
11 Erons is a very experienced coach, a coach that has been with netball for a long time.
That's correct.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see a little bit of a replay there. The GS Africa, beautiful score there from the GS. It was lovely done. A few scores there.
Oh.
That was a beautiful 2-pointers. Hey, the GA made sure from 11 arrows.
And she's quite a short player, eh?
She is actually. Let's see Africa's 2-pointers.
Just make sure
Someone has to tell me what is their secret. Hey, that was beautifully done. This was one of our highlights, some of our highlights from the second and first quarter of the game.
Love the positioning of the umpires.
Lovely positioning. You can never catch them sleeping. Hey, they have all eyes from every angle. Look at the GA from the Africats. Beautiful.
This would be a very difficult task for the national team coaches.
Hey, because I'm sure they have their eyes on our shooters, and because this is accuracy. Hey, this is beautifully done.
And most of the shooters, if you look at it, it's very young girls.
They're very young. They are
yes.
eager. They are hungry for it. So they are really trying to prove themselves here. So yeah, I think the national team coaches should take notes. Hey. Lovely positioning there from the GK of Africa. Sorry, 11 arrows. But a beautiful rebound there. And of course, nature. Wow. MTC, thank you so much for this beautiful, making it possible for us. We're getting ready for the third. All right. And there we have it. And oh, okay, that was very nice.
Northern Fly Ballers. What a name.
That's what I just said. So at this point, I'm about to call them NFBs.
There goes Akarmin. She gets the rebound and oh, it's an contact.
Yeah, it was a contact there.
And she converts that one in the game, like the Northern Fly Ballers that are still trying to find each other.
Find their way, yeah.
It's better that you
keep it safe as well, because there's no way that you are going to overly.
It's not like you are playing against an Anna.
We should expect a lot of 2 and 3 pointers here.
No. Ooh, beautiful.
Lovely.
Okay. Of course, Chantal under the pole. Okay, it was a contact call against the GS.
Lovely.
That's a coach killer.
I love
can't
that.
Make such mistakes in the goalpost. You can't.
It's very honest, and it really is a coach killer.
Beautiful interception.
Well, lovely flow there. That's a 1-pointer. Beautiful. Ballers playing against Grootfontein Netball Club. That's a 1-pointer there for the Northern.
Well, once you're an experienced team, you want to tell them that, you know, listen, Natalie, as much as I would like to play with you, I need
and
to
welcome you to the game.
Yes, I need to spend to further her studies.
Oh, okay. Lovely.
I hope she will be playing netball in SA
as well. Yeah. Lovely club there.
Oh, beautiful rebound. The defense is slipping. Nice one. Beautiful.
Ways we need to invest in such talent, polish it, let it be our rare desert jewel at this point.
Girl,
16 years
all I
of
can
age.
tell you now is we are.
Welcome back. Well, on to our next story. Nomadic Shikulu finds redemption at That's Hentis United. That's on your hit list. One of Namibia's most talented exports in the 1990s, Razundara Razzie Tjikuzu, has returned to the Erongo to coach a team in Hentis Bay. The former Werder Bremen midfielder has landed a coaching job at Hentis Bay United Sports Club about 2 weeks ago, Sport Rep has learned. The former Brave Warriors and Werder Bremen midfielder says the job will enable him to continue transferring his skills and knowledge to those that are aspiring to become top stars. He gained the opportunity after the club chairman Justus Guizep decided to hire him in an attempt to take the club to greater heights. Welcome back. We will now cross over to your favorite youth program Spotify with Brian Munango after the break. Stay tuned.
Swiping or tapping your FNB Visa card is the safest, easiest, most rewarding way to transact. Because if you swipe your FNB Visa debit or credit card 3 times a month, you'll automatically be entered into the draw to win your share of a mammoth 250,000 Namibian dollars. Competition ends 15 February 2022. T's, C's and rules apply. Switch to FNB, Bank of the Changeables.
The space between having a dream and making it a reality is massive. And when your dream is to build a quality network for Africa, that space gets even bigger. Paratus' dream for a Pan-African network began years ago. Starting with a single PC using dial-up internet, it eventually grew to become ITN, a Windhoek-based network company that laid the foundations of what Paratus is today.
Starting a network company wasn't easy, but we knew if we persevered, we'd be able to achieve our dreams. During the early stages, and still today, any new customer we get is an accomplishment. Currently, we have physical presence in 6 African countries and provide our services to 28 countries in total. We are not bound by limits.
In 2014, Paratus was born, and the vision of creating an all-African network was becoming a reality. Paratus was highly dependent on third-party infrastructure. That was fine at first, but they soon realized that such dependency would only limit their growth. Their goal was to provide Africa with tomorrow's technology today, not tomorrow. With that goal in mind, they risked it all. Investing in various network and radio access technologies, they established their own independent infrastructure, opening a world of limitless opportunities. One of these opportunities was the Trans-Kalahari Fiber Project, a fiber network line that stretched across Namibia, providing connectivity from Swakopmund in the west to the Botswana border in the east. But the word limit doesn't exist in Paratus' vocabulary, so they extended the line even further, passing it through Botswana to Zambia and South Africa. 4 countries now enjoyed the same quality, high-speed connectivity. Then they threw out the rulebook and made history by extending the line up to Tanzania and later Mozambique. Paratus became the first ever network operator to connect Africa's east and west coast twice. Whoever said impossible is nothing was right.
Paratus isn't Namibia's oldest or biggest network, and our focus isn't on size. Our focus is on real value and real service for our customers. Developing improved network technologies puts us ahead of the competition, but it's our unparalleled quality client service that keeps us in front. Joining the Paratus network means joining a true Pan-African family. We have almost 20 years experience in class-leading technological advancements and deployments. Building a quality network in Africa is just the beginning. The best is yet to come.
Thank you, Jesse. My name is Brian Munango. A very exciting weekend it was indeed, as we had early Friday night action at Trasco United Stadium, where Namespire Cricket Academy kicked off with the Under-12 midnight cricket tournament. We got a chance to catch up with the head coach of Namespire, Dixon Vambe, and this is what he had to say.
The first night of the night cricket bash, quite interesting. The Southern Sparrows scoring 89 and Etosha Giants getting it after the 16th over. Really good cricket all around. Really impressed with the amount of talent that has been showcased tonight at the night cricket bash. Come and watch next week again when we're back here at Trusco United for the Namibia Under 12 night cricket bash.
We also got a few words from the captain of the winning team, Louise Berger.
I feel really good about the win. Expected it when they said they only got 89. I'm really proud of our bowling performance, and I think our batting could have been a bit better, but I'm happy we won. And, yeah.
We had an amazing show out at David Primary School in Kommersdal at the Namibian Chess Federation, as they had the Zonal School Individual Chess Championship, a one-day tournament, which took place in Kommersdal. Saturday, we had the student cycling project, which took place in Katutura Youth Center, where 47 bicycles were handed over to students from different universities in Windhoek. We got a few words from the CEO of the Namibia Road Safety Forum, Horst Heimstad, and this is what he had to say.
We are here for Cycling Towards Sustainability event, where it was sponsored by JIZ, our partner with Namibian Road Safety Forum, City of Windhoek, e-bikes.
Our involvement here was more on the management side of the project. We donated today through the funding of GIZ. We donated 47 bicycles to students. We are very grateful for this donation. Cycling is a future. It's healthy. The students will save money for it. So this is for us, it's a future of cycling. We obviously would like to see more bicycles on the road and less cars on the road. If you look at our congestions happening on our roads in Windhoek at the moment already, we've got a problem, and in the next 30 years up to 2050 we will have a huge problem. So the more bicycles we can get on the road and the more we can get used to bicycles, the better for all of us in Windhoek. Thank you.
Twisira, marketing officer of e-bikes for Africa, gave us an update on how the project worked out and how people could join, and this is what she had to say.
We are here for Cycling Towards Sustainability event, where it was sponsored by JIZ, our partner with Namibian Road Safety Forum, City of Windhoek, e-bikes for Africa, and Pay. So the event was about to inspire students to actually use a bicycle as a source of transportation. By the look of things, it was a huge success because we have over 30 students here and that are able to cycle now and are ready to get to the road. The aim of the project was actually to motivate students to take part in the cycling, to teach them the rules of the roads, to teach them how to repair their bicycles. So we achieve all these aims, and the biggest aim is also to create awareness of bicycles on the road. If any students out there want to join the program next time, you can send an email to e-bikes for Africa, marketing email, or you can send to one of the partners that we mentioned in the project, where you have to be a student, an active student, currently that stays in the Katutura locations.
And that's it from us here at Spotify. We look forward to seeing you on Thursday as we bring you an update of all the sporting events that will be taking place during the weekend. Remember to also stay tuned to our social media pages, MyZone on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Thank you. Back to you, Jesse.
The space between having a dream and making it a reality is massive. And when your dream is to build a quality network for Africa, that space gets even bigger. Paratus' dream for a Pan-African network began years ago. Starting with a single PC using dial-up internet, it eventually grew to become ITN, a Windhoek-based network company that laid the foundations of what Paratus is today.
Starting a network company wasn't easy, but we knew if we persevered, we'd be able to achieve our dreams. During the early stages, and still today, any new customer we get is an accomplishment. Currently, we have physical presence in 6 African countries and provide our services to 28 countries in total. We are not bound by limits.
In 2014, Paratus was born, and the vision of creating an all-African network was becoming a reality. Paratus was highly dependent on third-party infrastructure. That was fine at first, but they soon realized that such dependency would only limit their growth. Their goal was to provide Africa with tomorrow's technology today, not tomorrow. With that goal in mind, they risked it all. Investing in various network and radio access technologies, they established their own independent infrastructure, opening a world of limitless opportunities. One of these opportunities was the Trans-Kalahari Fiber Project, a fiber network line that stretched across Namibia, providing connectivity from Swakopmund in the west to the Botswana border in the east. But the word limit doesn't exist in Paratus' vocabulary, so they extended the line even further, passing it through Botswana to Zambia and South Africa. 4 countries now enjoyed the same quality, high-speed connectivity. Then they threw out the rulebook and made history by extending the line up to Tanzania and later Mozambique. Paratus became the first ever network operator to connect Africa's east and west coast twice. Whoever said impossible is nothing was right.
Paratus isn't Namibia's oldest or biggest network, and our focus isn't on size. Our focus is on real value and real service for our customers. Developing improved network technologies puts us ahead of the competition, but it's our unparalleled quality client service that keeps us in front. Joining the Paratus network means joining a true Pan-African family. We have almost 20 years experience in class-leading technological advancements and deployments. Building a quality network in Africa is just the beginning. The best is yet to come.
Welcome back. That was our Spotify reporter. That's Brian Munango with the update on the latest sports. We now cross over into that's our Globetrot. That's an international segment where we speak to our correspondent Ari Wohart, who brings us the latest on the world of international sport.
Good day, everyone. It's time for international sport, and we start off with the Winter Olympic Games, the 24th Winter Olympic Games in Beijing in China. It concluded, and 3,000 athletes competed over 16 days. That was in 109 events over 15 disciplines. A very successful Winter Olympic Games in Beijing in China. There was some controversy, some challenges, but it was all went well. And there was a message from the IOC, the International Olympic Committee President, Mr. Thomas Bach, and that was in the closing ceremony. And he said he challenged world leaders, and he said that the world leaders can look at the example set by the athletes related to solidarity and peace. And that is probably referring to the tense situation at the moment between the Ukraine and Russia. But so the flame was extinguished, and the next Olympic Games will be in Milan Cortina. That will be in 2016. And just looking back at the medals real quickly, it was Norway that was the most successful in this Winter Olympics, the 24th Winter Olympics. Norway achieved 37 medals, of which 16 was gold. And then in second place was Germany. They've achieved 27 medals, and 12 was gold. And then the host, China, did well. They achieved the third best in that category with 15 medals in total, of which 9 was gold. Now on to some rugby news. It is the Six Nations, the Heineken Six Nations, that will continue this coming weekend. And news from the England camp is they will have Manu Tuolagi, the strong centre from he's Samoan born. He will be back in action again for England. He's available. He was injured for the first 2 games. And England will host Wales in this coming Saturday. Another big game this Saturday will be Scotland that will host France. And then on Sunday it will be Ireland that will play against Italy. Let's continue with some cricket news here on international sport, and it's India Cricket that confirmed Rohit Sharma as their test captain, and he will replace Virat Kohli that stepped down after the South African tour, where South African Proteas won the series by 2 tests to 1. So Rohit Sharma, very experienced. He's already the captain of the 50-over team and also the 20-overs Indian team, and he's made his debut for the Indian test team already in 2013. He's 34 years old, and he already played 43 tests. On to some motor racing news, Formula 1 motor racing news, and Mercedes-Benz confirmed that Lewis Hamilton and George Russell will be in the drivers driving for Mercedes-Benz in the 2022 season. That was highly expected, but there was some uncertainty about Lewis Hamilton if he will continue after the disappointing end of the previous season. But Lewis Hamilton confirmed to be racing, and he's going to try and win a record 8th world title, and that at the moment is shared with Michael Schumacher. And to conclude the international sport, we go to some cycling news, and there's a big cycling event. It's a United Arab Emirates, a UAE cycle tour that's currently taking place. The first stage was over 184 kilometers, and it was the Belgian Jasper Philipsen that won that stage. It was a very competitive stage that went to the sprints. Lots of high-profile cyclists that's in this tour, so it was a great one. His first ever stage win in the UAE cycle tour. That was Jasper Philipsen that won in 4 hours and 42 minutes. Just behind him was Sam Bennett, and he's from Ireland in second place, and then Elia Viviani, he is from Italy, that he was in third place. The third stage will be in and around Abu Dhabi, the third stage of the UAE cycle tour, and that will be over 176 kilometers. So with that, I conclude the international sport for today. Have a great day, everyone, and we talk again tomorrow. Goodbye.
And succeed with PST Bet.
So, where were we?
PST Bet. You play, we pay. Not for persons under the age of 18.
Welcome back. You play, we play. We pay, you play. That's PST Bet for you, Premier Sports Ratings. This is their segment, and today they are also giving away something that is in the nature of assistance to the ones in need. And I just want you to show the photo of the request that was there about the PST Bet request.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, welcome to another exciting edition.
Welcome back, and that I'm Pinar Maria from Otavi nominating Miss Amira Kone to receive anything from PST Bet. She is suffering with her kids and the father, and there is no one to help. Here is her contact. So Miss Pinar has been nominated by the PST Bet, and she will receive something. So Miss Pinar, wherever you are going to receive help. Thank you so much for having tuned in to our Sport Rep show. Don't forget to catch us again live tomorrow, same time, same place. Ciao.